we need to work on our surface and see what we would like to place it. The focal point is this big flowers on the center. And I prefer to start drawing with the paint, not with pencil. So I choose one color that really match with my painting. And I have lots of color for that. Prefer to work with the reddish color or pinky color for flower to do drawing. So I'm going to add my red color. It can be any kind of red you have. Just it's better to be warm red. It can be cadmium red, permanent red, red rose, or Napoleon red, because there is a lots of red color we have in art market, and it's better to be warm. Something like that. I'm going to use for drawing. Even if a little bit be visible on my finishing painting would be fine. But for this one, which is so close to purpley pinky, I'm going to add a little white. Mix these two together and start drawing with pinky tone. I would like to place my flower here on my surface, and I would like to have the big, imagine this big part, it's good for my coneflower. Just in a simple shape, try to draw an oval shape to know that about the place of my flower. This big one, because the facing is toward up and left. So imagine this is good for here. And don't be worried about this kind of line that we are not using at the finishing. When we add the background color, we can cover everything. The other oval shape, I imagine this one, it's a little bit look like round. So I draw this one here. And then the other coneflower is not really visible. The petals are not visible and for me, but it's in your hand. You can bring it just a bit up, bring it a little higher to let it be more visible. After this oval shape, we need to make it just a bit accurate. Not much, but a little bit. I just go to the center of my flower. It should be placed here. It's not circular and it's not completely oval shape, something in between. We make it accurate and fix our shape anytime after we add the background. Drawing part, it's just to have an idea about the place. Because of that, I'm not going to add one by one each petals. I just would like to make sure this is the one it goes up to have an idea, some of them, that it's something like that. Because we need to bring the background color first and then make the colorful of petals on top. Now with all these colors, we would like to make colorful background. Sometimes we can use directly those, but I prefer to exactly go with this turquoise color. So we can take blue more light blue color to make turquoise. Tiny bit green, mix with it. Better to be little by little, add and see what happens. Because if you take a lots of huge amount of paint and then after you premix the color and you are not satisfied, so you waste your paint. It's better little by little, add the green into the blue and see you're okay with this color or not. I think I'm fine. I like this one. Mixture of blue with green. It's better more blue and less green. Again, yellow ochre. Take more. A little bit green. Add to the yellow ochre. The reason that I use yellow ochre, not the permanent or cad yellow, because permanent or cadmium yellow, which is so shiny and warm, but yellow ochre is a dark yellow. It's good for the green and match with the background color that we already want. Yellow ochre, very tiny bit green, same as this color we need, but more yellow ochre. Same as this color, but yellow is more. Now we need to white color add to reach that light tone. Like this color. So the bigger size of brush that you have, you can choose, not really big, but it's better to match with the size of your canvas. That's easy for you to work with. So I'm going to go with this one and start with one color. I start with turquoise blue, which is lighter, and I like this one more. I start with this. Try to bring it on center of the surface. Always I'm fan of heavy paint. You see how much paint I take? And I have some reason, because I would like to let my background not draw so fast, acrylic draw so quickly, and I would like to give a little bit time to mix the other color beside that, and no line and edges create in between. When you use heavy paint, you can already cover the white of canvas easily with 1 or 2 layers. 1 layer actually, not 2. And the other thing is it takes more time and give you a chance bring another color beside that easily. So take heavy paint close to the flower. When you're close to that, be a little gently to touch it so accurate. Even you can fix the shape of your drawing if you are not happy with it. You can do a little bit line in between the petals randomly, that I'm not drawing each petal, but randomly I can bring some line as a greeny color to show that these are the background. And then I move on with the warm tone here, close to that. Not clean the brush with the water. Please clean it by napkin. Like that. It's okay to have the greeny, bluey inside your brush. Take this one. Come close to turquoise blue. You see, when it's wet, easily you can bring the green, the warm green color into turquoise color. Let them mix together, blend very gently together, and nice background be visible. Cover the surface, even pure hooker green or pure sap green, any green you have, you can come and bring it on top. Let them mix together. But I just try to be a little slow when I'm close to flower. And it's lovely to see heavy paint and all these brush stroke on top of background. I can leave it here, clean my brush with napkin, well, very well. A little bit yellow ochre, pure yellow ochre, bring it on top, because still this part is wet, and give me a chance to bring yellow ochre and mix with the green to reach lighter tone. We have different options. We can pre-mix our paint in our palette and make them ready like this and bring it to canvas. Or if you use heavy paint, always you can use another color on top and let it mix into the canvas already. When I bring the yellow ochre on top of my background, I try to use less pressure in my hand, so smooth, when look like touching the baby face. So smooth, touch your canvas and let it mix with the other green color that you already have. When you add pressure, you lift up the first green. Because of that, very gently, we try to touch it and not lift up the first green color. Just bring another tone on top. And anytime you are not comfortable with the color, like this, I'm not happy with that. Again, back to the green, try to cover it so nothing happen. Always you can fix and bring it back to the style that you prefer more. Now I finish this part, I move on the other part. And when I go on the right side, it's already start to draw my turquoise color. And if I add another color, the line create in between. I'm not fan of line and edges in between my painting. I prefer to let it blend together like that. So again, back to my turquoise color, make this part wet, just the edges. Then I bring another color. Now I can blend them together. If you work with oil, easily you can mix your colors and blend them together because oil is not draw easily. But in acrylic, we need always to keep it wet. And I bring the blue into the right side and bring the green to the blue. Now I would like to have darker green a little bit more in some part. And then this reddish brown that I talk about it, just a tiny bit. Touch of reddish brown. It's lovely to have in this part of the background. Here. And again, same as touching baby face. Please, so smooth and soft. Touch the surface. And now I would like to bring the light tone here again. Clean my brush with napkin. This mixture that I already make. Try to add here. Now you make a lots of color in your background. So first of all, I'm going to go with dark blue color. Diluted my brush into that. I choose here first, and you need to do it by touching like that. First of all, try to shape it, look like the circle-y shape. It's like a round oval sometimes, but the top is pointy. Add like this kind of technique. Take heavy paint, do it like that. Heavy paint, do it like this. Even you can make the size bigger or smaller. And then clean it by napkin. Move on with lighter blue. If you have just one blue, you can mix with the white and make it lighter. For lighter blue, and the other way, I try to add heavy paint on top. Not everywhere. One side it's more light, and that's the left side because of the light and shadow. So now I'm going to add a little bit lighter blue in between. Even I can back to the darker tone, make it more dark here. Back to the light blue. A little bring it toward the right. We can wait everything dry and then add the white color or at the same time. When you bring the white color right at the same time, sometimes it mix with the blue, so it doesn't matter, nice. Sometimes if you don't like to mix with blue, bring heavy paint. Heavy paint and try to sit the white color between this light blue color. I'm okay if they mix, it doesn't matter. Just one side. And then clean by napkin. So we finish this one. We move on to add another one beside that. Beside this part of flower again, with the dark blue color, they're all the same. If it's easier for you, you can draw the shape first, like that. And then make it by this brush stroke, just touch the surface like that. Clean your brush, move on with light blue color. As I mentioned, one part it's more light, so it's better to add lighter blue more on the left side. But I cannot keep the right side without any light blue and just with the dark. So a little bit bring it there too, but not much. Even you can shape it on the other side. Feel free to add dark and light blue at the same time to make it more nice. Even see the brush stroke. And then the pure white color. We have already dark green, like hooker green or sap green. Take a little bit green. With a lots of yellow ochre, we can make it lighter green as well. So this is light and dark green for our flower. Then with the same side of brush or round and pointy brush. I start with the lighter tone because it's better to start with the shiny color first. I'm going to start with yellow. Same as the shape that we use for this flower, because the center of coneflower is like a small dot close together. It's better your green color of background be completely draw and not mixed with the yellow. Take heavy paint with yellow and bring it like that. And the reason we make it pinky is because if it be visible under the yellow doesn't happen. It's warm and reddish color. That's so helpful to cover background. Now you can see how brush stroke I did on top. This is like that, happen like this shape. Take heavy paint, do it like that, like small circle beside each other. And then on top, bring the orange color. Spread the orange between yellow. We need to have orange, we need to have yellow. And please take heavy paint, let it mix together and keep it really heavy. Anytime you want to switch the other paint, please clean it by napkin, not with the water. And the reason is I want my painting, the finishing painting look like oil and heavy. Because of that, I'm not using water in my painting. If you're interested more in watercolor style, so it's okay. You can use water in between your painting. And then you cannot, you're not able to make heavy paint. It's so loose and transparent should be. So I do like that. Prefer to change my brush. I don't want to make it dirty with the green one. I use another brush. And now I move on with light green color. Exactly under my orange and yellow. It's the same technique, same as yellow and orange, but now with the green color I'm going to add. With the green color, you can do a little bit more flat, not really heavy. Clean it. Move on with dark green color between light. So let me bring it close. You can see what happened. Something like that. Even sometimes it's interesting to bring a little bit green to the orange and yellow. Just a bit. Bring it up like that. yellow color, mix them together, and a tiny bit green. It depends how much you want to make. Now you see, you can reach light green color. And it's not like this yellow ochre. This is darker too. This is so bright and lighter. But I'm not talking about the value, or the value can be changed with the amount of green, but these are different green color. It's okay. We make it something close to that. If I mix the green with just white, let me show you this one too. If you mix your green with just white color without any yellow, something happen like that. Your green now is lighter, but it's cool green, not warm green. Diluted the small brush into that. Hold the hair of brush. And I would like to bring some details like that to show that these are busy with small flower. Even the orange color in between, it's nice to have. You can make it heavy like that. Make heavy stroke in between, close together. I need more yellow. There is a lots of yellow is visible around, so just try to add stroke everywhere. You see, I take heavy paint, just randomly add some stroke close together or randomly spread everywhere. Then you can choose how much you would like to add and make painting busy. Even I need a little bit orange on this part too. No. I would like to add a little stem for that, and turquoise color, I mean. Take blue, green, mix with it. Mm. We can go with the flat brush or we can go with pointy brush. Both are okay for the stem. I use flat and tip of flat brush, add just curvy line for that. In between. Randomly add some stem. It's a small stem and it's a little bit white in between is visible. Just the pure white. Add to the center of this stem. That's enough. We can leave it like that. Focus on the main things, which is the petals, and then back to the... So I take a little bit that one with a lots of white. Mix them together. Just the value or the quality of pink is changed. You can have directly the pink color and reach the same color that you have, or you can make it like this color. It's already close to the pink. Smaller brush that it's matched with the size of petals. I take pink color first, heavy, and I try to add heavy paint and shape my petal one by one with heavy paint. Take this one. I know it has a lots of different color, but just with one tone, I try to shape it. And then clean it by napkin. Close to this part, you can go with the pure red color. Take pure red, add a tone here, close to this part. The white color I'm going to add later at the end, but even if we need a little purpley tone, we can bring it now. For this one, I'm not going to add, but here I can add a little purple as well. Always clean it by napkin. Take another. The shape of petals when you are here, it's look like that. Let's look like this shape. When you are toward the center, it's the same oval shape. When you are toward the right side, it's on this way. So they're not in the same size. Some of them it's okay too small. Some of them bigger and longer. At the end, it's a little pointy. Close to the greeny part, it can be reddish or even orangey. We have some orange inside this part as well. And at the same time, we can bring the pure white color in some of them, like here. And when it's wet, the pure white color mixed with the pink, that's nice. Like that. Then move on. Even if you feel you need to bring some greeny tone in between, you can leave it or not add any pinky tone here. For example, for this part, I prefer to have a little bit greeny color, so leave it like that. Adding darker red here. And I would like to make my petals a little longer. Even I can bring the feeling of purpley tone on this part. I just bring heavy pink, make it longer. The red color here. A little feeling of orange. Close to the green, I have orange color that it's visible. Then clean it. Move on with pure white color. And the pink color is wet, so the pure white mix with it. I feel more happy to make it more long. This one. And because we don't want to let it lift up the other paint, so we need to take heavy paint and very gently touch it. Now I shape this petal a little bit, move it like that. When you move on further toward the right, we need to shape it more accurate like this. Close to the center is more narrow. Here is more thick, and then the tip again is get narrow. In between, I'm going to bring the red color, try to add here on the bottom, even the tip, more darker. You can bring it on the other side. A little darker tone here. Even here I need a little dark, so I'm going to start with the red, not with the pink. Then move on with the pink for here. And orange tone. Even the pure white color. Center is more pure white color to show the shine that we have in our painting. So I'm not going to add anything on the other one, on the other part. Even if you would like to fix the shape, you can add a little dark or lighter tone around. Green in between to make in between a little dark. But we need to be accurate and gently do that. Even it's nice to have some stroke with this greeny color between the petals. It's not happen everywhere. Some of them it's nice to have. And I prefer to make my purple with that. With this red color, I reach this darker tone. Blue with red, give me dark purple. Now I have it a bit more. Take some, randomly make some darker tone here. Between the yellow color, dark purple, it brings some nice and beautiful movement. And again, with this one, we need to have a balance as well. So dark purple should be here too. Even close to yellow, it's nice to have, because yellow and purple, they are against each other. So if you use them beside each other, it's so lovely. So that's enough, I think. A little bit more here, maybe. And some here. Stroke. Just I add some randomly brush stroke that look like shape of flower. Yeah. Now I am okay more with this.